So I walked into Whitey and King on November 1st, 1976 with my sport coat tucked into my pants, ready to start my career in advertising and public relations. And one of the first people I met at Whitey and King was Barb Krellner, who was, on that first day, the sweetest, nicest person you could ever ask for. And as the days ticked off, I kept waiting to see another side of Barb, and of course, 36 years later, I still haven't seen the other side of Barb. We've worked together every day for 36 years, and it's going to be hard to imagine Barb not being here. I first came in contact with Whitey in the late 80s. He was playing a very good first base for Healy Schutte in those days. And then when Bob and I were recruited to join the Schutte agency and went there, Whitey was the man Friday delivery man for the agency. And so we've worked together for 22 years. And, you know, when I think of Whitey, I just get a smile.
Then there were the times when, after softball games, we used to head out to Brunner's and had a few to drink. And I do remember the time when I think Barb and I were kind of leading the way to a Hawaii 5-0 sort of rowing on the floor. We kind of moved all the tables out of the way, and tables and chairs, and we got this big line of people behind us, and we were doing the Hawaii 5-0 song. It was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun back then with Barb.
Of course, everybody's heard the story about when Barb and I went out to California. We're servicing Tri-Valley, and we ended up on this nude beach. Of course, Barb, you know, with all the energy, started playing volleyball, and then this naked guy comes over after the volleyball game, and Barb and this naked guy tried to talk me into a menage a trois. It never happened.
Wherever there was a party, there was Barb, and wherever there was Barb, there was a party.
Why are you going, Barb? Please don't go. Don't leave me with Jeff Bucky.
We decided to sit around the conference room. The one thing that I didn't notice, and I know that Barb didn't notice this either, is that these very slick, very European chairs had 3 legs. 2 in front, 1 in the back. Well, I think you know where the story's going. She proceeded to go down and hit the floor, but to my amazement, she had the layouts and her notes in her hand, never dropped anything, got up and proceeded to sell the concept without skipping a beat.
She's like unflappable. Like, she's like the one person A-team.
Touching of the butt with Trace Atkins. It was the day after Randy got married, and we got there and they lost Barb's pass. Barb couldn't even get to see Trace, but of course I wouldn't go in without Barb. So what we did is we got Barb in, and then we both got to touch his butt.
If there's one thing I know about Barb Krellner, you can go to a home interior party and find some good Christmas bush.
The BK broiler, the Krellner, Barb Krellner. I love that line, but she's not a nerd at all. She's the coolest person to walk Travis Collins' agency, except for Bill and Bob, of course.
Hear ye, hear ye! On this 22nd of June, 2012, we officially recognize the woman who has inspired us for the last 40 plus years. She has been defiantly positive when confronted with negative Nancy's, has laughed in the face of tight-assery, and has never been afraid to acknowledge just how ridiculous our industry can be while making us love it all the more. Today marks the coronation of Barbara Krellner. We crown her in front of but a fraction of the people she has educated, protected, entertained, and gotten righteously bombed with over the years. We will all sleep better knowing that we are now Queen Barbara's people. All hail Queen Barbara!
Whitey, what a guy. He's been with us, 25 years? Cool as a cucumber. Whitey never, ever cracked under pressure. Frankly, why we never used him in AGC presentations is beyond me. Probably Bill didn't think he was one of our top 4 presenters, I guess.
I had the privilege of being on a bowling team with Whitey. I would just say long live Whitey and the Lois Lanes. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Whitey, I want to tell you, I will never forget the time that you had to come and rescue me from the car repair shop. Nobody else would give me a ride from the agency, no matter who I called. Everybody else turned me down because they were out to lunch.
And I think I brought up that my grandfather served in World War II. And I'm like, were you in World War II? And he's just like, how old do you think I am?
No matter what I said to Whitey as far as giving him a quicker route, it was always, oh, we'll take this way. You know, even though it took like 4 times as long. Why are you driving halfway across town when you could just take this route here?
You know where the paper towel is. I'm gonna be out tomorrow. Make sure everyone has enough.
My greeting to him was always, hey! And he invariably would answer, and this was every day, hey, it's for horses!
Whitey Matyjasik.
Matyjasik.
Blah, blah, blah.
And fantastic.
Matyjasik?
Matyjasik.
Madagascar?
Whitey Matyjasik.
Matyjasik.
Mephistopheles.
Matyjasik.
Matyjasik. Matyjasik.
Whitey Bajeski.
Happy retirement, guys. We'll miss you.
Barb, you have the most amazing stories of when advertising was the wild frontier, and I really wish that I could have been around then to enjoy all that.
It was fun hanging out with Whitey, chatting with Whitey in the car. He's a good guy. He's going to be missed.
Thanks, you guys.
Barb has a way of making you smile even when you're not ready to. Whitey and Barb have a awesome kick-ass retirement.
I'm gonna miss you, Whitey. You're awesome, man.
Appreciate everything you do. Good luck with everything. Really gonna miss you though.
Bye, Barb. We're really gonna miss you. I'm glad I got to enjoy Club Krellner with you.
That's what we'll miss about Whitey. He was always here, so. And I'm sure you'll still be here, Whitey, in our hearts.
A remarkable guy, and we're gonna be, his wit is gonna be hard to replace.
I really can't imagine this agency without Barb Krellner here. In this business and in this town, I don't know if I've come across anybody who is more well-liked or well-respected. She comes into my office one day and she says, Bob, I can't do this anymore. I feel like I'm having a nervous breakdown. I held Barb's hand and I said, you know, Barb, you can do it. All you have to do is just do it. And I led her back to her office and she kind of looked at me. She had tears in her eyes. She said, okay, I'll do it, like Barb has always done.
She's a lot of laughs, and yeah, I'm going to miss having her around here.
Barb, you've been fantastic to work with through this short time that I've been part of the team.
Still in denial about her going. I'm totally assuming that July 1st she's still going to be here.
Hey Whitey, no more picking up a bag in Alma. Barb, I'm going to miss my psychic twin, especially your little tricks, like the fart cup in my office one day.
You know what? The guy was always there. He always delivered. Whitey, you'll be sorely missed.
Father, good husband, just a hell of a bowler, and just an all-around good guy.
I'm really going to miss Barb because she's really pretty much been always a part of my life when it came to the agency world. So really going to miss her.
It's been one long, great time, and we're going to miss her so much. She's been like a mother to all of us, a sister, a consoler, a confidant, an advisor. She really has done it all and played every role you can imagine in our agency. And I don't think we'd be where we are without everything that she's done for us.
Barb, we're going to miss you. We love you.
It's been a total joy to work with you, Barb. I can't give any incredible anecdotes like some of the other people who have worked with you for decades, so I'm going to express myself in the only way I know how, and that's through dance.